What was the point where you started to feel that it wasn't right?
Like one morning I woke up, I had to go training. This is when he'd stopped playing me. I remember just looking in the mirror. I mean, it sounds dramatic, but I was literally staring in the mirror. And I was asking if I could retire now. At 24, you know, doing the thing I love. For me, that was heartbreaking. It's always been me against myself in everything. I was winning the fight, smiling, showing that I was happy. But inside, I was definitely, you know, losing the battle. Trauma is trauma, and your body registers it in the same way no matter what it is. If you knew about my life, you would understand that a little bit more. I want to help other people to know that they're not alone in the feelings they've got, and doesn't make you weak to get help.
What we do know is obviously that you changed the name on the back of your shirt, which at the time told us that there was potential issue, obviously, with your biological parents. But can you just tell us about your childhood?
Something I haven't really spoke about that much, to be honest. I mean, I think there was a few incidents that can give you kind of a brief understanding. So at 6, I was molested by my mum's friend who was at the house a lot. So my mum was an alcoholic. And then... Sorry.
You don't be sorry.
Yeah, so that happened at 6. And then I was sent to Africa to learn discipline. And then I was sent back. Because I weren't a good kid. They taught me in Rio, I'm not allowed to say that. But, I got in trouble a lot, you know, with the police. But I had no rules. I grew up without any rules. At 7, I started smoking. 8, I started dealing drugs.
Selling drugs?
Selling drugs, yeah. An older person told me that they wouldn't stop a kid on a bike, so I'd ride around with my football, and then underneath I'd have the drugs, and yeah. And so that was 8. 11, I was hung off a bridge.
By who?
A guy from the next estate. And my mum she drank a lot, and I don't blame her at all for what happened. I think going to this place really helped me understand her and the things she was going through and what she had to deal with, and it was all she knew. She weren't doing it. You mean
you going into rehab now
helps me understand
has helped you understand your mum's situation?
Yeah, because it was all she knew. She, like, even when she let me go and I got adopted, she knew and I knew that it was what was needed to even have a chance of living the life I wanted to live and being successful, and because it was only going one way if I stayed there. And then, yeah, 12, I was adopted, so. And from then, it was like, I was adopted by an amazing family, like I said. I couldn't have asked for better people to do what they'd done for me. And then when I started playing for England, he came back. And then I used to speak to my mum as well, just to try and help her.
Do you not speak to your mum anymore now?
No. So when I was 18, around 18, I think, they went to the newspaper and, like, started accusing the family that adopted me of doing all this stuff. Like, they were the ones that used to make me go and see my mum. I never wanted to go. They would always tell me, she's your mum, like, you should have a relationship with her, blah, blah. And I think when they were just doing it generally because they're amazing people. So yeah, and then my blood mum and dad went to the press saying that these people are taking advantage of me. They want to go through my contracts. And I hadn't spoke to him for years. And I knew that wasn't my mum's decision, because I know. So yeah, after that, I just felt so betrayed and let down and hurt that I just couldn't keep the relationship with my mum. And my dad, I don't want a relationship with him either, so.